we are back for hour 2 of the weekly Reverse Speech Show, and where I bring to you my many guests on many different topics. We've covered quite a few topics over the last few months. My guest this evening is a good friend and associate of mine, also a client. We'll be talking about that a little bit. Her name is Mary Claire Carlisle. She's from England, and she's a very successful businesswoman in her own right, and she's going to tell you all about that. So, Mary Claire, welcome to the show.
Thank you, David. Lovely to be here with you.
Oh, very nice to have you. Thanks for coming on. That's fantastic. Okay, so now, why don't we? So I didn't get a bio from you. So why don't you toot your own horn? Tell us a little bit about you. What do you do, and who are you? And,
thank you, David.
Yes.
Okay. My name's Mary Claire Carlisle. I'm fortunate that in my life I've been an employee. I've worked for myself, and now I represent an organisation called Tropic Skincare. And I'm 50-something years old. Oh, I don't like that bit.
I was about to say, gee, you're a brave lady to say that.
Yeah. And I suppose I've spent my whole life coaching and inspiring people to earn more money, both initially as a sales director for a software company, then as an author of 2 books by Hay House Publishing, How to Become a Money Magnet and Money Magnet Mindset. And then more recently, in the last 2 years, thanks to you and RST, I found an amazing way to help women in particular for free. So that's my vocation in life, I think, helping people transform their financial situations and in doing so, gain more confidence.
Right, yeah. Now you've been involved in this for what, 2 years now? 3 years? 3 years?
3.5 years, this business venture, yeah.
Okay, right. And how did you get involved in this? Tell us what happened.
Well, it's down to you, David, directly. No question about it. No question about it. So I was an author. I was working for myself, coaching people on shifting their mindset around money. And so for me, the unconscious mind was all important. I was very aware, and it's what I was coaching, was that your thoughts become your reality. And 90% of people want more money, and so whilst they might consciously say, I want to have more money, if their unconscious had a different agenda, for example, money is dirty, or don't like rich people, or rich people are greedy, then they would sabotage all attempts they were making to have more money. And so that was the whole basis of my work as a money magnet coach. And then one day I received an invitation to join a meeting, and that's where I heard about your work, David. And for me, it was like the Holy Grail. It was because the unconscious mind, there are lots of different ways you can influence it. You can bring it out, you can have an impact, but you never really know for sure if you've impacted it. You know, it's a bit of a matter of faith until I came across your work in reverse speech technology. And then, oh, wow, you know, here was a way that you can actually hear the voice of the unconscious and find out if not only how to influence it, but if you had succeeded in influencing it. So it blew my mind.
Right, so we put you through a couple of rounds of session work, or was it one or two? I can't remember. Anyway.
No, I think it was a couple, yeah.
Yeah. And then Tropic Skincare came along. Tell us, we should point out the purpose of the round was to get your money flowing, if I breathe correctly, or get business moving? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then you came across Tropic, and tell us what happened.
Well, yes, it was incredible. Well, in your work, you asked my unconscious how it was going to have more money. And it's worth mentioning I never heard of Tropic beforehand at all. And my unconscious, you explained to me that my unconscious had given you a metaphor, and I understood that the deep unconscious really works in metaphors and images. And the common metaphor for money and finding more money was your wolf, which is your drive, your get up and go, chases and kills rabbits. And the more rabbits, the more money you get. And what came up in my reverse speech was that my unconscious, my wolf, wanted to go chasing deer. And once it had fastened up on deer, it wanted to chase down and kill and eat a mammoth.
Oh, lots of money.
Do you remember?
Yeah. That translates to megabucks.
Yeah, it's like the biggest ever animal must mean that my unconscious was ready for the biggest ever financial opportunity. And I remember at the time my boyfriend was so jealous because he wanted the mammoth too. Yeah, it was amazing. So we did the reverse speech, aligning my unconscious to my conscious desire for a mammoth financial opportunity. And then I was fascinated by what happened next, because you'd explained it can take a couple of weeks, it would take a few weeks, and I was inspired completely out of the blue to go on a 1-week silent meditation retreat, which anybody who knows me knows that that's quite strange. You know, it's I like talking. And it's fascinating because in a very real sense, what the retreat did was clear my head. It just cleared it of everything. And right. I felt very peaceful, very clear. It was like it cleared the space for something new to drop in.
Yeah, right.
And then I was invited to do a talk at the home of a multimillionaire to a spiritual group. And in the networking before giving the talk, I was mingling. And, I forgot to say a important bit. At the retreat, there was only one other person. And that was a 70-year-old woman, lovely lady by the name of Sue Kay.
Oh.
Don't know much about her because we were silent, of course.
Right.
And then at this event, I was mingling, and I met this woman, and she came up to me, and I said, "What do you do?" And like you do, and she said, "I sell skincare for Lord Sugar." And
okay, right.
Are you familiar with Lord Sugar? He's a self-made billionaire, British billionaire.
Yeah, I've done some reversals on him. He's got great reversals. Very, very
really?
successful.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah, he's got some really congruent, powerful reversals. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's very interesting, though. Yeah, he's very authentic.
Yes, yes, he is. Yeah.
That's great confirmation. And so she said to me, "I sell skincare for Lord Sugar," and it was like every cell in my body went berserk and went, "Whoa, this is it." And I said to her, sign me up immediately. And she said, "I'll show you the skincare." I said, no, I don't need to see it. Just sign me up, which she didn't understand. And then I said, "By the way, what was your name again?" And she said, "Oh, my name is Sue Kay." So she had exactly the same name as the one person I spent a whole week in silence with. And it's amazing because, as we know, names carry energy. And so I am in no doubt whatsoever that my unconscious mind found me Tropic Skincare. And just to explain, Tropic Skincare is a brand new company founded by an amazing woman who's Susan Marr, who was on The Apprentice in London. And they had decided to become a social selling company, and they launched literally 1 month before I came across them. So I got in right at the beginning of a business that has just been described as officially the fastest growing beauty company in the UK and the 14th fastest growing company in the UK this year. So the growth has been phenomenal. Literally doubling income every year. It's just been amazing and effortless. Yeah.
Wow.
I feel very, very grateful.
So you're doing very well financially, would be fair to say.
Yeah, no question about it. And what's so beautiful is that my financial situation is guaranteed to keep doubling each year. It's like tapping. I describe to people, it's like tapping yourself into a river of abundance. You know, all you need to do is plug yourself in, and it's flowing, and it's fun, and it's effortless, and I live an amazing lifestyle, just chatting to women and sharing the skincare, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it certainly is. You've got a reversal talking about this business from our last session tape, which you hinted that we could play. So I'm going to do that. And talking about, I just hit 3 million turnover. Where are we? 40. Here we go. Okay, so let's run this forward.
Oh, I don't know. We're shifting topic. Tell me what's going on there. What's the latest?
Topic, I've just hit 3 million turnover, so I've been celebrating 3 million turnover 3.5 years. Yeah.
And the reversal is the show blessed me. I serve on earth.
In turnover, so I've been celebrating.
Well, the show did indeed bless you, didn't it? And you are serving on earth. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very blessed. And it does feel a service. I'm part of something that's changing women's lives in particular, and giving women something that they can believe in themselves again, have more confidence, and become wealthier. So it's a win-win. The more people I help with the business, the more successful I become, the more successful they become. And the business, incidentally, is one that's very, very honest. It's 100% natural skincare. It's freshly made in the UK. It's vegan. There's no animal testing, and it's affordable. So it feels like the business is a very truthful, honest business. You know, I'm beginning to think that now it's a time for the truth to emerge. And I think honest businesses are becoming successful in these times. It's very exciting times. And it's great to see reverse speech becoming more and more well known.
Yeah, we're slowly getting there, slowly but surely, step by step. It's been a long journey. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. So, now we're doing. How comfortable do you feel about talking about some of the work we're doing right now and looking at some of these reversals?
Oh, you know me, David. I'm very open. We had a lovely reversal recently about a new business venture, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Let's. This is a man you met at one of your workshops, right? So,
it was at a networking event, actually. Yeah.
That's right. Yes, I knew it was something like that. Okay, and so let's just play this forward.
Very interested in me. He heard me speak, and he thinks I'm amazing, and I'm very interested in him and his business. And
this one says there's sex in that man.
In that man. In him
right there.
And his business.
In that man. That doesn't mean you're going to have sex with him, but it means there's power, passion, energy. Okay, and here's another one where you say have sex in that. Right
and
there.
Just that.
Not very clear, that one, but anyway. So this is a guy you're going to you got on well with, and he's a businessman, and you're going to look at doing business with him. Is that correct?
Yeah, and it's in many ways it's even better than that. It's somebody who's just starting a social selling, a network marketing. I think he calls it a franchise networking business. So very similar to Tropic, but coming in even earlier, you know, right at the birth of the business. And it's a business in gold, which allows the average person to invest in gold, whereas traditionally you need to have £100,000 to start investing in gold. But now you can invest in it with as little as €50 a month. So, but what's exciting is coming across the business. It's a British business. It's with a gold refinery in the UK. But it's right at the start of the business, which is when you want to discover exciting businesses. And people always say about network marketing businesses, oh, I wish I was in at the beginning. But what they don't realise is that to invest your time and energy in a brand new business is very scary because it could fail, and you could have invested a lot of time and energy in a business that doesn't work. And so the beauty of RST, is to double check, is this going to be something? My gut feeling was, wow, this is great. This is great. And I had a choice about whether to get involved in a more established gold business or this brand new gold business. And RST basically confirmed that, no, this is all guns blazing. Let's go for it. This is the business for me to go for. And I'm in it, like Tropic, I'm in it right at the beginning, which is very, very exciting. And it sort of confirms for me that as a business person, RST is absolutely invaluable for just giving you that extra tick. I mean, normally my gut instinct's very good, but, if you're going to invest a lot of time and money in something new, to have RST confirm, that feels good. I mean, it was so reassuring to hear those 3 reversals. And I shared it with my new business partner, and he was delighted. In fact, he might even be listening tonight. He was absolutely delighted as well. It's just great to get that confirmation in business.
Yeah. It certainly provides an amazing service doing that. There's absolutely no doubt. And of course, and the meta wars, go and remove all those blocks, and look at you. You're starting another business now, right on the ground floor. So it's certainly rewired your unconscious. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And as well as giving me.
Go ahead.
I'm going to cut you off there. Okay. And I'd say it's not just the financial aspects, but I would say that reverse speech, the meta walks, have given me a lot more peace of mind, a lot more joy in my heart, just generally a happier person, which has been a side effect I hadn't anticipated.
Yeah, I've heard that before too. Yeah, because we're not just working on one thing, because one metaphor affects many. It's like a cascading effect. So you fix up one and you're fixing up others. And people do notice their general state of being improving as a result of session work. It's one of the great side effects. Plus synchronicities, as you well know. Noticed any synchronicities since we started our latest round?
Sorry, say that again, David.
Have you noticed any synchronicities since we started our latest round?
Well, I think meeting this chap was amazingly synchronistic. Bumping into, literally, he came out of the blue from nowhere, never met him before, at a familiar network where I was doing a talk, and he just popped up. A friend had mentioned he might want to hear me speak, and it literally came out of the blue. Amazing. And of course, we're also working on relationships, and I had somebody pop up this week completely out of the blue. I don't even know if you know that one, but that was amazing.
What's this one? Oh, tell me about this one.
Well, it's interesting because I'm sure your listeners are familiar with vision boards. And at the beginning of the year, I'd done a vision board for relationships to attract a partner. And I don't know why, but I had a picture of an unshaven guy in the middle of the board who was leaning over to kiss a woman. And I actually prefer clean-shaven men, so I don't know why I had this image. But then this week, I bumped into somebody who I hadn't seen for, I reckon 14 years. And let's just say he was very eager and leaning over and kissing me. And he was unshaven. And it was only when I got home, looked at the vision board and thought, oh my gosh, my mind's just manifested that. Spooky.
Wow. Stranger things have happened. Wow.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
Well, we're going to get success with this next batch of reversals. No doubt in my mind. Right.
Good. Okay. Well, I believe in you, David. I think your work's extraordinary. And I'm a huge, huge supporter. I think the more we can get aligned and clear our minds of the sabotage that gets in the way of our joy and our happiness and our success, the better. I think you're doing amazing work. You're a very courageous man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But we go back a few years now, don't we? 4 or 5 years? When did you?
Yeah.
Probably 5 years ago, I'd say.
Yeah. I remember it very well. I received this text message from somebody who I knew through my speaking career and just invited me to a very smart location in London. That was the interesting thing. And not telling me anything and just saying it was a VIP private event. It was a VIP invitation and I would be hearing something about the unconscious mind. And that's all I knew about the event. But I trusted the person who sent me the invitation and I was passionately interested in the power of the unconscious mind. And so I showed up. And, that's how I came across you originally. And I'm very grateful. And I've also seen other things happen to other people. One of my friends did some work with you to get married, and she was single at the time. And she met a man. She met a man and got married.
There you go.
So that's amazing. And my other friend who came along with me, she did some work with you, and the thing in her life that wasn't working was that she had children who hadn't spoken to her for years. And any mother listening will know how painful, imagine how painful that would be. And her children were in their 30s, so this was something that had been going on for a long time, and she'd done a lot of work, she'd done landmark education, she'd done everything she could try, and there was no contact with the children. They were completely rejecting her. And she did some rounds of RST with yourself, David, and I was with her when the first phone call came through from one of her sons. It was just like a miracle. It was just amazing. And she recently celebrated her 60th birthday and had the most amazing chalet.
Okay, just hold that thought, Mary Claire. We have to go to our break. Okay, just hold the line. Don't touch that keyboard, folks. We'll be back right after this.
Okay.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free, 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077. we're back. That was a quick back end. I'm going to get some more music. I don't like this music. I'm going to look around. We're going to get some more intro music. Someone's actually sent me some, Naomi from Canada, so I need to sift through that and see if I can get something a little bit better. I don't know. Always trying to change things. All right, back to you. Now, where were we, Mary Claire, before we were rudely interrupted? Talking about Mandy, of course. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't have given out a name. Yeah, I've had a lot of success with reuniting families. It's one of the things I have good success with. It's happened to me quite a few times now. So, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. It's that amazing thing to be able to do, reunite families.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. I'm thrilled to best for her. So, yeah, so... tell us a little bit about your books you've written, the Money Magnet books. Tell us some of the secrets of success you espouse.
After I left the business world, I got very involved in personal development and the spiritual community, and I could just pick up, there was this real sense of people being spiritual, but they were lacking in money. It seemed to be there was a belief about, it's not a good thing to want money. Not surprisingly, because in the 1980s, money was all about greed. And so I just spent a lot of people rejecting money and, as a result, suffering. And so I put together a one-day workshop called How to Become a Money Magnet. And the idea of the workshop was to uncover the thoughts in their unconscious that were blocking them receiving more money.
Right, of course.
Yeah, so I did it the very old-fashioned primitive way compared to your way. So during the workshop, I was able to elicit, they had aha moments where they realized they became conscious of something that had been running the show unconsciously, negative beliefs about money. And the workshop worked, literally, sometimes within hours afterwards, they started receiving money just by shifting their minds, their unconscious minds specifically, around the subject of money. And so it's a really successful workshop, and I thought, well, this works and it can make a difference to people, so how can I get it to more people around the world? And years ago, I had been a chain smoker, smoking, if you're going to do something, do it properly, and I was a 50-a-day smoker.
Oh, my.
Have you never smoked, David?
Yes, I have smoked. Yes, I was 2 or 3 pack a day smoker myself. Yes. Actually, my girls, when they were 4 years old, I gave up in 91. My girls came to me and begged me to stop smoking, and they had tears in their eyes. That was my big motivator.
Wow, that's beautiful. So when I read a book, I read The Easy Way to Give Up Smoking by Alan Carr.
Okay.
And it was a miracle. It was like literally my mindset shifted from the beginning of the book being a slave to tobacco to the end of it being completely free of the habit and joyous. And so I thought, my gosh, if a book can have that impact on my mind, then let's put How to Become a Money Magnet, the work I've been doing in the workshop, if I put it into a book, then I can make the material available worldwide. And so that's what I did. I self-published it first. And then I went to Hay House Publishing because I wanted an excuse to go to Australia, to be honest. I just wanted to publish a book in Australia. And they published it for me. And it went worldwide, and sales of the book to Japan alone paid my car. And it was amazing. It was a great success. And as far as I'm aware, it's still out there on Amazon, no doubt. How to Become a Money Magnet.
Wow, well, good on you. Excellent stuff. And you have reaped what you taught.
Yes. I sometimes wonder if I wrote the book for myself, if it was my unconscious doing some work for myself. Sure.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's well, you're writing from who you are anyway, aren't you? I mean, from your essence of you is where you're writing from.
Yeah, I did wonder if I should write the next book, How to Become a Man Magnet or a Marriage Magnet.
Which, of course, is the next issue we're working on with you. So, Yeah. All right. Well, we'll keep our audience posted on the success and outcome of this.
I've advertised my love life to the world. I love it. Talk about being vulnerable.
Absolutely. Who knows? You may get some phone calls afterwards. I don't know whether you want to get it. Don't know whether you want to get anyone off the internet, but anyway.
Well, if they're a fan of yours, David, then I'm sure they've got great integrity, because I do think you attract a certain type of person, and it's because you're all about the truth and uncovering the truth. So I think you're only going to attract people of integrity. Maybe that's me being naive, but that's my belief.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see.
Yeah.
Now we've got a webinar coming up. Let's talk a little bit about that. That's on what date is that? That's on
the 1st of February.
The 1st of February, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And
it's between 7 and 9 o'clock UK time.
Right. Okay. Yep. And that'll be an introduction to reverse speech. So, and you've been. Go ahead.
I'm really looking forward to it. You did one with us before, and it went down very well, and people are already asking about the next one and putting the date in their diary. I think you've been doing this for so many years, David, that you're very natural at it, and it's quite gripping. I remember asking you if we could make the webinar just 1 hour, and you said, no, I'm not sure about that. And I was concerned about whether I could keep people's attention for more than 1 hour inside of their busy lives. And then I asked my friends, and they said, no, we'd love to hear 2 hours. And you held everybody completely gripped with the story of reverse speech and sharing examples, and it was fabulous. As I said to somebody, gosh, it beats watching television any day.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the next one is 1st of February, folks. If you want to have some information on that, contact me. So I was going to say something about that then, and it's totally slipped my mind. Oh, well, doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. Are you going to post the link then, David? Are you posting a link somewhere so that people can access?
Oh, I can do that. Yes. Okay. We'll post it on my front page of my website. Okay. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's fine. And it is limited to 100 places, isn't it?
That's right. Yes. Can't take any more than 100. So, and my last webinar, we actually reached 100, and there was some people who came in late who couldn't make it in. So that wasn't the webinar I did with you. That was another one I did. And there were some people who couldn't make it in because they got in late. So it's important. Get in early and register for the webinar. I'll put the link up on my website. So register for it. Okay, it's a free webinar.
And David, can they register in advance? So can they go on now and register for the webinar on the 1st of February?
Yes, they can. They can go on right now and register it. I'll make sure the link gets up on my website by this afternoon. Okay, by this evening.
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah, yep. Brilliant. Thank you.
And I'm coming to London in June, I've decided.
Wow.
I'm going to do an afternoon with David Oates. We'll go from 1 to 5 or something. We'll have we'll go and hire a hall. I got Pete looking into it now, and we'll have a meeting with David Oates. Spend the afternoon. Okay. So that'll be a nice little casual affair. People come and meet me, and we'll play some of the controversial reversals. I got quite a few. So they'll be in June. Yep.
Fabulous. Well, let us know the date as soon as you know the date.
Yeah. Yes. I got to book the flights. I'll do that next week. So get all them etched in stone, and then work out the dates and get the venue, and there we go. So So I'm off to America first, spending 4 weeks in America. We've got to do the last lot of filming for the documentary, which is coming along quite nicely. I got a little teaser of it this week, a nice little clip of what it looks like. It's very impressive. I'm very impressed with the quality of work they've done. So we're going to film off our finishing in May, and there's some exciting things happening with the documentary. I don't want to jinx it by saying what it is on the air, but let's just say it's going to be a success. Okay,
and you can always do a reversal on that, David, can't you?
Yes, I always can. Absolutely. Yeah, yes. But, yes, I'm not going to say on the air what's happening. Just that the documentary is going to be very successful and very beneficial for reverse speech. So that's
very
exciting.
exciting.
Okay. So we're moving ahead slowly but surely, you know. So,
and David, have you had any more? But I mean, I'm fascinated to hear you've had some good reversals for Lord Sugar. That's fabulous. Not hugely surprising, but fabulous. And have you had any more recent ones around Trump?
Oh, well, yes, I got quite a few on Trump. I can give a teaser for his inaugural address if you like.
Oh, yes, we'd love to hear that.
Okay, all right. So here's one from his inaugural address. This is a prelude. I'm playing these on the Jeff Rent show tonight, folks, but here's one of them.
We must protect our borders from the ravages of other countries making our products, stealing our companies, and destroying our jobs.
And this one says, see the buck on your lease.
See the buck on your lease. See the buck on your lease.
And again.
See the buck on your lease.
He's going to make money for America. You know, is what he's doing, leasing out their availabilities and making money. That's what he's got. And he's going to be money orientated. Here, let me pull some up on sugar for you. Just 1 second. I'll get them. He's a billionaire. He's worth $1.3 billion pounds, if I remember correctly. So, and
he famously said to Trump that he challenged Trump to write a check for £1 million. To prove that they both had £1 million cash in the bank, as in was Trump's wealth all on finance. So I remember hearing that he did that challenge to Trump, who obviously Trump didn't play games, but yeah.
Well, here's a couple of verses on sugar. Listen to this one.
I didn't just get a pin and stick it in the FT and say I'm going to go into that sector. And this is the biggest problem that I come up against with young people. The biggest problem is getting them to understand that you don't just fancy being in business.
And this one says, I'm a god.
I'm a god.
Brilliant.
You like that one?
Oh my God.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing wrong with his self-image. And here's another one. Listen to this one.
And I'm not the greatest businessman in the world. I've got my way. Other people have got their ways. It's as simple as that.
And here he says, Whirlwind announces it.
Wow.
Whirlwind announces it.
Yeah, that's nice and clear. Yeah, so he's got the power of the whirlwind on his side, and he believes in his own divinity. I'm a god. How about that, hey? That's some pretty amazing reversal.
Wow. Well, he is very authentic, and he's passionate. He really is passionate about supporting people to become entrepreneurs, to make their own money, to be their own success, which is why the Tropic model works so well with him. And it was interesting about Susie because Susie didn't win The Apprentice. So in theory, she should never have got his investment. But he obviously intuitively felt something, and at the after-show party, he asked her to present her business plan to him again and took some of her skincare and showed it to Lady Anne Sugar. And Lady Anne Sugar loved it, and the rest is history. He invested in her company. And it was slightly embarrassing because, of course, she hadn't won The Apprentice, so they couldn't really do a lot of PR. But now her business is, I understand that the profits of it are more than all the winners of The Apprentice put together.
Oh, my. So, wow.
He's obviously knows a good thing when he sees it.
Yeah, well, good on him. Got a good, sharp sense for business, I would imagine. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, he's got great reversals. No incongruent reversals I found on him at all. So that bodes well for the guy.
And for us in his business.
And Trump's the same. He has very few, or if any, incongruent reversals. Actually, I found one on him the other week. Let me see if I can pull that one up real quick. But it was interesting incongruity. Oh, yeah, here it is talking about Mexico paying for the wall. Let's run this forward.
What's the talking difference? About what, David?
Mexico paying for the wall. He's talking about building a border wall around America on the Mexican border, and they're going to pay for it, is what he claims. So here's the forwards.
What's the difference? I want to get the wall started. I don't want to wait a year and a half until I make my deal with Mexico. So, and we probably will have a deal sooner than that. And by the way, Mexico has been so nice.
Here he says, they will not deal with us.
Will not deal with us.
So we're going to have problems. Going to have problems with Mexico paying for the wall. So there you go. We'll see what happens. So that's a bit of that's about one of the only incongruent reversals I found on them. He's just very congruent and very strong, and that's why he won the presidency. He's congruent and strong, and people perceive that and voted for him accordingly.
Wow.
Yeah, right. So, what is your next step with your business? Tell me where you're going to take it next.
Thank you, David. Well, with the Tropic business, I'm looking for my first 500,000 month this year. And it was interesting because when I joined the business, I said to myself, well, if there's no limit to this type of business, I wonder what it would be like to have 1 million sales a month. And now I can see that that's going to be possible within 5 years of starting it. And that is just amazing. I'm also looking to have 10 diamonds, which means 10 people who are doing £100,000 worth of business each month. So it's really becoming, it's interesting. My reversal is about service because having achieved this level of business, it really is all about helping other people achieve the same level and earn the same amount of money. And what we're finding, those people with successful Tropic businesses, we start off in the first year, we're earning £2,000 a month. The second year, we've been earning £4,000 a month. The third year, over £8,000 a month. So the pattern is doubling our monthly income every year. So more of the same, really, with Tropic and just spreading the word. My only regret, at the moment, we're only in the UK. The business is only in the UK. So,
is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm sure Susie's only 28 years old, so, and I don't think Lord Sugar's going anywhere, so I think watch out for us worldwide. You can order the skincare from the main website, but you can't do the business outside the UK. Not yet.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So you're doing all of this in England? Wow.
Yeah. And the second business, we're literally getting off the ground now. My website for that is www.makingsaving.sexy.com.
Okay.
And I'd like to think that I got that name from your reversals because there was a lot of sex in the reversals, wasn't there, about this gold business?
Oh, yes, there was. I remember that.
And one of the things in my life is I've always been quite good at attracting or earning money. But then life-wise, I've also been very good at spending the money I've earned and found saving quite boring. But the idea of saving in gold, putting money aside, buying gold, which retains its value, whereas currencies are struggling to retain their values. But gold, especially as a long-term investment, is a much better way to put aside savings. So for me, giving people the opportunity to invest, €50 a month in gold is very, very exciting. Probably not what the government wants us doing, but for me, that's a no-brainer and it's exciting. So my website's Making Saving Sexy because that's exactly what I think I'm up to, empowering everybody to be able to have savings in gold and protect their value, the value of their investments. So that's very exciting. And then I think it's probably time to write another book or two, really, and just share some of this with other people.
Well, actually, your reversals in that last tape actually even hinted what you should write the book on. And I'm gonna play that, okay?
Yeah.
Talking about to write a book that's a bestseller.
Inspiring other people with our talks. I'd like to see me write at least one more book. That's a bestseller.
And the reversal is a lot's happened.
That's
right
a
there.
bestseller.
And the way I interpret that is write about you and your experiences and what's happened in your life, okay? Because you yourself are a success story, aren't you? And people love success stories.
Yeah. Yeah, that's again very helpful advice because, you know, but writing a book's a lot of effort. So to have the reversal confirm what I should be writing on. And interestingly enough, I've had a synchronicity there in that a major bookseller in the UK who specialises in personal development and in particular network marketing sector books. And he confirmed to me that the best books are ones with stories in them. So yeah, I think that's what my next book's going to cover. It's just I'll get the right title and we'll be off. I think something like How to Become a Millionaire might be a bit catchy.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yep. Yeah, now we've got to get your man in to share it all with.
Yeah. And your books, David, I'm losing track of them. Your books are amazing stories. Like my favourite, it's just a metaphor. Is that the title? If I got the title right, it's just a metaphor?
It's only a metaphor. Yeah, it's
only a metaphor. That's it. Wow, it was like reading a best thriller. It was a roller coaster. And I remember reading it and saying to you, oh my gosh, David, what a book. And, I feel it has a real impact on my unconscious just reading it. And you casually saying in your wonderful Australian manner, oh, yeah, it has an impact on your unconscious. So I thought, thanks for the warning, David.
Oh, dear, you got to watch me. I'm throwing embedded commands out everywhere. It's a great book. It's actually getting proofread right now. I'm hoping to have it out by middle of this year. That's what the goal is. But it's pretty big. It's 150,000 words, so it's going to take a while to proofread it all. And
it's how many words?
150,000.
Oh, okay. And it's only a metaphor book.
It's only a metaphor, yeah. Yeah, I've added another section to it, just bringing it up to date as far as the historical data is concerned. So, that's available as an ebook. That's available as an ebook now. If anyone wants it, just go to my website, the product section. You can get the unproofed. Well, you can get the unproofed version of it. So I've had a few people download it. How can people get hold of your books, Mary Claire? How can they get in contact with you?
They can get hold of my books through Amazon, which is probably the best place, or any major bookstores. But certainly in Amazon, you can find How to Become a Money Magnet and possibly Money Magnet Mindset. And you may also be able to find an audio download on them. How you can contact me. Now, I've had an interesting scenario there because my whole website's gone down. So probably the best place to get, I know, I've had it for 10 years and I think it's a credit card that expired and we didn't see the emails and so the whole thing's gone. I think it's been bought by somebody in Hong Kong somewhere, which I see as, 2017 is a year of new beginnings. So I just see it's like, okay, we're going to rebuild from scratch, and that's quite exciting. So I'll be rebuilding the website there. So the best place to get hold of me these days is on Facebook. Facebook or LinkedIn under Mary Claire Carlisle, spelled Carlyle, as in Thomas Carlyle, the Victorian social commentator.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, little unknown facts there.
Well, we'll see what happens. So, okay, so what's your plans for the future? Well, looking ahead, where do you see yourself by the end of this year? Tell me that.
Well, I see myself, as I said, having business-wise, that's easy. It's all going from strength to strength. And I'd like to see myself in a committed relationship.
Yep, right. Well, we're going to do that for you, absolutely. Yep.
Watch your space, guys. I'll come back on your program if you like at the end of the year. with my partner. It's like,
make sure you put him through the reverse speech process.
yeah.
You might scare him off though.
Wow.
All right, that's the end of our show, Mary Claire. Thank you for being my guest. I do appreciate it. And,
my pleasure, David.
No worries. And everyone, I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye. Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back, or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com.